Hello, my fellow sensitive people. It's me, Whimsy, and I thought that I would throw the cards and entertain you from my kitchen. This is my beautiful kitchen here in downtown Portland, Oregon. You can go ahead and you can take a look at all the beautiful herbs I have, the plants. This is a slice of heaven for me. We all are called to create our own heaven on earth, and this is my heaven on earth. Many of you have been upset, of course, because yet again we find ourselves in the Trump presidency. People have asked me if I can do some remote views on it. The first thing you feel when you go into this energy is that we're going to be seeing a very chaotic presidency with Donald Trump. And we also see with that chaos a lot of disenchanted people, and very early on people are going to start leaking. You know, just like Kellyanne did her leaking in the past. We've got the same group of people, Bannon, and what they do is they leak in order to get rid of anybody they may have an issue with. Like Kushner didn't like Bannon, Bannon didn't like Kushner. Spicer also, I think he got pushed out by Bannon. So the point is that you have this kind of early fighting that I see happening in the Trump presidency, which is going to result in leaks and also exposures of scandals and possibly people in the Trump presidency trying to find dirt or leak scandals on people that are in the administration. So in plainer words, there are people working inside the Trump presidency right now that are working to get rid of people in the Trump presidency that they don't like, and one of the ways they're going to do that is with scandals. And this could be like Hegswith, I believe is how you pronounce his name. Many of these individuals are facing further scandals, and with those further scandals, it looks like they're going to be eventually pushed out. They won't be able to cover themselves up for very much longer, just because there are too many, they create too many enemies, and as a result of creating so many enemies, they basically turn on each other, and it becomes a kind of circular firing squad within 3 months of the presidency. You just see this incredible infighting. The other thing that's coming out about the leaks has to do with corruption regarding the emollients clause. So that could be that there's exposure about Trump and other members of the Trump cabinet possibly taking bribes. More exposures like that are starting to come in as well. Regarding the spiritual relationship between all of these people, I think we're looking at the future rebuild of the entire Middle East, and I've talked extensively about that with the Abraham Accords. Now, when we think about the Abraham Accords, we're talking about a relationship that countries have entered into where they will engage in trade with Israel, and that is Morocco, Bahrain, Sudan, United Arab Emirates. Bahrain is coming in, Saudi Arabia, and possibly Qatar and Egypt, I believe, is coming in as well. And so this is almost looking like a BRICS alliance. I do know when I was trying to get a peace initiative for the rebuild of Gaza that I sent letters to Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, and to Elon Musk, and all of them were together at the inauguration. And so certainly I would like to think that they're talking about future endeavors like the Abraham Accords, the fact that they should be a part of that trade. First off, it would clean up their reputations, both in the United States and abroad, if they did invest their money in the rebuild of Gaza and in promoting peace in the Abraham Accords. But it also allows them to have a foothold in that area. And so it's very possible what we're looking at is that one of the reasons these alliances came in was because they wanted to have a future participation in these relationships and these trade routes trade relationships that are opening up with the Abraham Accords. On that note, you can ask yourself, how will Jared Kushner be remembered in history? And this is where we invite people to think about the gray areas of life. Think about the gray areas of life in the sense that human beings are complicated. On the one hand, we could argue that Jared Kushner enriched himself and he enriched his family for his own personal gain, made billions of dollars possibly off his relationship with MBS, the Prince bin Salman of Saudi Arabia. At the same time, the Abraham Accords herald an opportunity for us to finally see peace in the Middle East. All right, so on that note, we're going to go ahead. We'll do the Empaz prayer, and we'll see what else is going on. Yes, the Abraham Accords, I had a note on it. It's Israel, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Morocco, Sudan, Qatar and Saudi Arabia wanting to come in and work to engage in trade and to take down Iranian aggression. So that is, it looks like India also wants to be trading with everyone. All right, let's do the Empaz prayer. Okay, I want to call on white light protection for myself and this community as we ask permission from Spirit to access the Akashic records. We call on our spirit guides and our good angels to be with us. Please give us the clarity and the wisdom that is needed to empower all of us on our journeys to make the best decisions for ourselves, our families, the planet, the people we love, but also to help those that we may have strife with. And together collectively we say Amen. Let's go in. My cards are a little bit crazy today. I was trying to organize them. I kind of just grabbed them up and yeah. So this relationship that is starting to evolve between the tech industry and Trump, between people who may want to be part of the Abraham Accords, it's interesting. And it hails an opportunity that maybe not everything out of this administration is going to be a disaster. Let's see what's coming for Trump and the administration over the next week. Any surprises with Congress? Let's take a look. All right, a house divided cannot stand, a house that divided cannot stand. We see civil war happening in Congress and the health of the nation. We also see possibly that the stock market is erratic, the housing market. We're seeing a sick country, in this, a lot of disruption, sickness, fighting. Possibly this fighting could be happening in Congress, but when you get an angel like Archangel Raphael coming in, it could be an indication that it has to do with an illness possibly, or the health of the nation. The big concern has to do with employment and work. We can see the first house. I'll try and show you guys this to the best of my ability. We can see the first house is an inverted judgment card, and then the crossing card is an inverted pentacles. We may have a problem with this type of juxtaposition. It's possible we could see a slowing down of the job market. Also, we're seeing in the fourth house anger and death. So I don't think that Trump's support for his base, I think that they just expected some kind of a miracle to happen, and it's just not reality. No president has that kind of an ability, even with executive orders. It had to do with jobs. That was ultimately what cost them what cost him his popularity, and it could be very likely that we start to see a split this week, and part of it could be due to a shaky jobs market. The other last thing that I would close with is that Trump's health could be shaky in the next couple months as well. It comes up here and also here as possible a health crisis for the president. All right, I want to thank you for watching this quick video. Be kind to all so that all will be kind to you too. God bless, peace out, and we'll see you next time. We'll get through it. Bye, everyone.